ran to redemption camp looking for where they could pray with me. I was struggling everywhere. People began to call me because everybody now heard that it was me.
Not so long ago, Gistlover blog came up with list of Ygay in Nigeria, particularly the entertainment industry. This name spans from politicians, maybe a couple of them, and certain persons in the industry. He tagged some of them as bi, meaning they run both ways. Names such as Adeboye, Brother Boy, and the Odogu himself. I'm talking about the rich man, the celebrity barman, and businessman Obi Kubana, amongst others. A lot of people were mentioned, and people started going back to check certain videos that they were not really watching, since the way the mind and eyes, what you're looking at and how your mind processes it is not always the same, unless you have already had a preconceived, or you have already had thoughts about it, or you're someone who knows how to look at these telltale signs. So just let's love our proud names. In fact, Very Dark Man was part of it, and many. He said these men are Ygay, and some of them run both ways. In fact, majority of them, they run both ways. Gistlover went into RCCG, and a youth pastor, one of their senior pastors, called Ygay Adeboye. His name did not come into that list, but Gistlover did series upon this guy. So many RCCG members, of course, what do you expect? Some of them came out to say, no, it's not true. While some people who were victims of this Ygay said it is true that this guy is Ygay. The truth of it is this: every organization, church, whatever it is, you always have people who are dealing with certain lifestyles. You always have people who have divergent opinion, thoughts, way of life, contrary spirits. You always have such people there. So to say that you don't think, or you don't believe that Ygay can be in the church, then you must be joking. So this gentleman, I believe that he's a gentleman, came out gun blazing saying, no, it's not true, blah, blah, blah. Evidence, in quote, evidence, not visual evidence per se, were put out there at the beginning. Not until we started seeing two men kissing, that kind of thing. What is this thing? What is this guy doing? Well,
my name is Ygay Adeboye. From when I was a bit younger, I realized that I had to figure out a lot of things on my own. I came from a family where the father wasn't present. But thank God for my mom, and she raised strong men, my brothers and I. But still, I knew that I needed to find men that I could learn manly things from.
The announcement is this: this gentleman has been suspended by the Redeemed Christian Church of God. Of course, this is what is expected. Now, let me quickly read this. This is Ygay Adeboye's response. At the beginning of the whole matter, when it all came out, he said, my response to the allegation of sodomizing teenagers. In the past few days, some allegations were made against me and some others via a blog on social media known as Gistlover. I had wanted to respond immediately. It was brought to my attention, but I was advised not to, as I was not the only one named. And all of us may have been mentioned to drive engagement on the blog. However, as these allegations have escalated to criminal claims, I am compelled to respond, as my prolonged silence has been misconstrued as an admission of guilt. 1. It was alleged that I have engaged in sodomy with male teenagers, implying that I have been having SE with them. 2. It was alleged that I had demanded for SX from males as payment for gratification in order to give them assistance, platforms, or position as a kingmaker. Some persons were mentioned as people I have allegedly had such relationship with and given platforms. 3. A damaging picture was posted online portraying me as having allegedly sodomized one Mr. Jedediah. 4. A screenshot of a conversation on a male teenager's WhatsApp group was posted online. Now, my unequivocal response is this. 1. I have never sodomized or had sex with any male teenager before. 2. I have never demanded for SX from any male as payment or gratification in order to give them assistance, platforms, or positions. God is the only kingmaker, the only one who can raise and erase kings, give positions and platforms. 3. I have never had SX with Mr. Jedediah or proposed XX to him for any reason. 4. The question in the screenshot were asked during a conversation in a male teenager's WhatsApp group where discussion regarding male reproductive health and self-esteem took place. The teenagers were taught about the right hygiene for reproductive health, the right kind of underwear to buy, and the girth and length determines the underwear size. I also explained that their sizes should not affect their self-esteem and that they are perfectly and uniquely created by God. It is disheartening to see that the screenshot message has now been mischievously quoted out of context to portray me as someone who has had SX with male teenagers. Please note that we have discussed a variety of topics in the WhatsApp group, including Bible studies, prayer meetings, academics, career choices, life skills, father-son and mother relationships. We have also discussed relationships with females, particularly on how to relate to and respect them, which the teenagers on the group, especially the male national teens executive in the group, can attest to. The instigators and accusers have used anonymity as their weapon of choice and struck from the shadows. Many who do not know me have vilely attacked me from their various quarters. Now, I have clearly explained the screenshot WhatsApp message, which is the only evidence that has been presented. I categorically affirm that I am innocent of the allegations against me. Ayorinde Adebello. Well, Ayorinde Adebello has said what he needs to say, but here is what the pastor's seed family is saying. And it is dated and to Pastor Ayorinde. Immediate removal from office, Pastor Ayorinde Adebello. We write to inform you of your immediate suspension from any responsibility within the RCCG pastor seed family. This decision comes in light of the serious allegations that have materialized about your inappropriate conduct with teenage boys. Furthermore, these allegations undermine the core values of RCCG pastor seed family, which include holiness, accountability, transparency, and the protection of all individuals, particularly the vulnerable. Predatory behavior against those to whom we owe a duty of care is gravely unacceptable and will not be tolerated if found to be true. We also hold those to whom we are called to serve, nurture, and protect a duty to listen, investigate, and redress grievances and allegations brought against those in positions of influence and authority. Therefore, an independent, internal, and no partial investigation will be conducted. If the allegations are substantiated, it will result in your indefinite removal from any office within the organization. During this period, you are required to step down from all your position and relinquish all associated responsibilities and privileges, including removal from all pastor seed family related platform. This is because screenshots of your interactions on WhatsApp group of teenage boys have emerged where you encouraging inappropriate and unethical discourse. Only sensible person of authority and influence should. Okay. Any sensible person of authority and influence should not do. We also advise you, in the spirit of integrity, to voluntarily step down from any other positions you hold within and outside the church. We further advise you to kindly cooperate with the investigation and avoid any actions that would compromise or could compromise its integrity. Remember Acts 24:16. And herein do I exercise myself to have always a conscience void of offense towards God and towards men. We acknowledge the seriousness of this situation and are committed to ensuring that the truth is revealed and appropriate actions are taken in response to these allegations. We expect your prompt compliance given the seriousness of the allegations, and wish to remind you that these allegations are criminal offenses against the state and punishable by law, where a person is proven to be guilty beyond any reasonable doubt. If you have any question or need clarification about this decision, please contact the appropriate authorities within the RCCG Pastor Seed family.